Why I carry a knife. A personal, unscientific ramble on the EDC mindset. Before we go any further, a small disclaimer. What follows is entirely my own opinion, offered in the spirit of fun conversation over coffee rather than a peer-reviewed thesis. There's no data here, no citations, no psychology textbook backing any of it up. Just one pocket knife enthusiast trying to make sense of his own habit. Take it lightly, the way it's meant. So, why does anyone fall into the pocket knife or EDC hobby? What kind of mindset leads a person to start carrying a folding blade or a multi-tool every single day until it becomes as automatic as grabbing their keys? For me, it starts with an itch I can't quite explain, the need to feel ready. Not ready for anything in particular, just ready in general. Brace for whatever small chaos the day decides to throw at me. There's something about knowing I'm prepared that settles me. That gives me a strange sense of stability. When I step out the door with my Leatherman Arc riding in my pocket, I feel a little more grounded, a little more like myself. Now, I'm under no illusion that a multi-tool is going to save me from a lightning strike or an earthquake. It won't. If the universe decides to throw something genuinely catastrophic my way, a folding blade isn't going to change the outcome. But that's not really the point. The point is the Amazon box taped shut with what feels like an entire roll of packing tape. The loose screw on the sunglasses that about to sacrifice a lens to the sidewalk. The seatbelt buckle jam just enough to be annoying. The splinter that needs a fine point more than a trip to urgent care. Life's actual emergencies are rarely biblical. They're small, mundane, and entirely solvable if only you happen to have the right tool at hand. And I do. Pulling out the Arc's pliers to fix a loose bike brake cable on the side of the road, or using its scissors to cut a stubborn medical bandage, or prying open a pankin lid that no butter knife in the house could handle. These are not heroic moments, but they are my moments, and I never get tired of having them. Alongside the Leatherman Arc, a Swiss Army knife has more or less lived in my pocket for years, quietly doing the unglamorous work that never makes into anyone's highlight reel. It's the tool that slits open the cardboard box the moment it hits the doorstep, before it even makes it inside. It's the corkscrew that saves a dinner party, when nobody else thought to bring one. It's the small blade that trims a hangnail mid-meeting. The scissors that snip a loose thread off a shirt 30 seconds before a video call starts. The toothpick that rescues a jammed zipper. The tiny screwdriver that tightens the one screw holding a pair of glasses together. None of it is dramatic. That's exactly the appeal. It's not a tool I reach for during some grand adventure. It's a tool I reach for constantly, in the small in-between moment of an ordinary Tuesday. That everyday reliability, more than anything else, is probably what first taught me to appreciate carrying a blade at all. There's a quieter thread running underneath all of this too, the ability to help. Not just myself, but the people around me. Being the one who calmly produces a blade, a screwdriver, or a pair of pliers exactly when someone needs one. Cutting the tag off a friend's new jacket at a party, opening a stuck jar for a neighbor, freeing a kid's balloon string that's knotted into an impossible tangle. There's a strange kind of pride in that. People start to notice. Someone will half joke, "You probably have a tool for this," and hand you the problem, fully expecting you to solve it. And once you feel that pride once, you want to get better at it. You want to be more ready next time, more capable, more useful. That's how a mild convenience turns into a compulsion, and how a compulsion quietly turns into a hobby. Before I knew what was happening, I'd become a pocket knife and EDC enthusiast. But if I'm honest, there's something else going on too, something a bit more primal. There's a part of me that wakes up when I grip a well-built knife. Something about the weight of it, the balance, the click of a good detent as the blade locks into place, sends me somewhere ancient. It's as if I'm briefly connected to some distant ancestor who also knew that a good sharp edge was the difference between struggling and managing. I know, rationally, that a knife is just a tool, but holding a good one, turning it over in my hand, opening and closing it absent-mindedly while waiting for coffee to brew, feeling the mechanism do exactly what it was built to do, makes me feel more capable than I was a second before. It's less about the knife and more about what it lets me believe about myself in that moment. Bring it on. I'm ready for you. There's no scientific reasoning behind any of this. I'm not going to pretend there is. It's just how it feels. And feelings, however irrational, are usually reason enough to keep doing something you enjoy.